set this up to the left, maybe up a bit, hide my uncle's flip-flops. Okay, why have I got this in my ear? But yeah, I hope the audio sounds good. Hope the camera quality is okay. We're on the balcony in Istanbul, family's apartment. And yeah, this video, I needed it to be done as I'm away, just because, you know, everything's fresh in my head from wearing the shoes. Of course, the shoes we're talking about are the Gel-Kayano 14s. In particular, the metallic plums. This can apply to all colorways though. Don't get it twisted. It's just, this is the shoe that I've been wearing the most from the silhouette. This is the shoe I think I've done the most miles in the past 4 or 5 months, like since the start of the year, basically. And there's so much to talk about with this shoe in terms of materials, how they feel on feet, sizing, the colorway itself, because these did actually restock recently, so you can still grab them. And I paid resale for these. I know it was only like about 10 quid over, but I paid resale for an ASICS sneaker. I'd never thought I'd be saying that. And in terms of comfort and style, I would say, I think ASICS are the best. Like New Balance, top tier as well, Nike obviously. But in terms of what I like from comfort, from a shoe, ASICS, spot on. New Balance, a bit too firm, in my opinion. Like, yeah, they're comfy, but they're a bit too on the firm side, the firmer side, I should say. And yeah, Nike, in terms of Ameros, P6000s, they can be a bit too squishy, like over time. ASICS though, with the gel technology in the midsole, amazing. Amazing. But look, we're going to get into all of it. Just want to give you a bit of context. Where have I been? What have I been doing? What's my latest pickups? Have I picked up anything? And I'm not talking about Mustafa's shoe shop in the markets, in the bazaars over here. No. We've been tempted. No, I haven't. Never. New Balance have been the most seen shoe out here, like in terms of brands. 9060s, that's the sneaker I've seen the most out of any sneaker in Turkey, which is mad. Who would have thought it, eh? Who would have thought it? But in terms of what's been happening with me, I'm away with family for a couple weeks. I am back very soon. I did take some camera gear out here with me to get some content done, podcast it up, you know. Haven't done no lives with Has as of yet, just because the internet's okay to do like pre-production podcast stuff, but in terms of live streaming, yeah, it's a bit risky because it has cut out a couple times when I have been on the call with the Tripled Up podcast boys. So yeah, didn't want to risk it. Didn't want to give you a sort of lackluster live stream. Although a lot of people have been asking where we've been, what's been happening. So that's the backstory. In terms of latest pickups, boy, I've got about 4 pairs of sneakers I'm gonna be going back to. First off, OG Neon 95, Big Bubble, gassed. Yes, I paid resale. Disgustingly high. But on the other hand, I had a voucher and I sold some sneakers to make room for this. So I kind of pre-planned this, you know, paying resale. What else did I get? SB Navy Jordan 4s. Shout out to Killswitch. My brother hooked it up in terms of the retail assist. Shout out to you, bro. And then we've got the J-Tips, I Love You But I'm Busy. That sneaker again, I'm very excited about. And it's not a shoe that I thought I would have been. Like, it's so weird. It weren't a sneaker on the hit list, but when I saw them and they were sitting in my size for a little bit, I even shared it on the IG. I went for them. I'm gassed to go back to them. Summertime shoe, yeah, boy. And I think there's one more. The Amaminier 95 hand wash. So I've been waiting a long time for that shoe. Was meant to get it before I left so I could do some content on it. Maybe even bring these away. But no, I didn't. With all the context out the way, with all the updates with a broski out the way, this sneaker, the Gel-Kayano 14 from ASICS. What a monumental sneaker. Probably the sneaker that's been mentioned the most the past like 2 years, I'd say, or 18 months at least, especially last year. I know this year it's all been about Jordans and Nike celebrating a few anniversaries, you know, 40th Jordan brand anniversary, 35th Air Max 90 anniversary, 30th anniversary to the 95. But this sneaker is still having a great moment. And the brand ASICS, obviously, as a whole, they've been killing it. However, there are a few gripes I have with this shoe. It's not anything bad, so to speak, in terms of what they feel like, what they are. It's more what ASICS are doing or what they're not doing. Like, where are all the cool collabs? Yes, we've had Kith. Yes, we've had Jound. Yes, most recently we've had Sneaker Politics, which is probably the best collab that I feel in terms of making it look like a collab, standing out and just looking great as a whole. Kith and Jound, don't get me wrong, always love their collabs, but they've got a bit of a reputation making a shoe or a collab sneaker just look like a GR. Apologies if you can hear traffic because it's a very busy place here. But yeah, this colorway though, the metallic plum, for me, has got to be, oh my God, man. Motherfucker. Who's making that noise, brother? Shut up, you mug. Metallic plum for me is the best colorway in terms of wearability, how good they look, the hits of that sort of muted metallic plum at the back, cream underlays, the mesh, the laces, and just all round being able to wear this sneaker summer, winter, autumn, spring. You know, whatever the outfit, these would go great. Combats, trousers, you know, shorts, and everything else. And there are some cool iterations and colorways to this shoe. It's just a lot of them. They don't do enough to make me think, wow, I need those. But the shoe itself does. That's the annoying thing. So all I ask from ASICS, give us some more cool collabs. Give us some collabs that actually look like a collab. That's all I'm asking for, bruh. Now, when you go away, what's the first thing you think of when bringing a pair of sneakers away with you? Yes, you want some hype. Yes, you want it to look good, but for me, at the ripe old age of 32, no hairline, a lot more weight than I used to have on the bones, you want some comfort, you know? And this is the sneaker I took away to Bucharest, and I did around 75,000 steps in about 3 or 4 days. Now, don't quote me on that. I'm gonna put my Fitbit stats up on the screen, so you know I'm not waffling, but yeah, didn't feel a thing when having these on feet, which was amazing, because this was the only shoe that I took away. So, big gamble, but it did pay off. Coming to Turkey, I was in a bit of a pickle because I was like, I'm going away for a couple of weeks. I can't just bring one shoe. So I took my unearthed 95s, which I absolutely love. Was my favorite shoe last year in terms of making my top 10, was the top spot. But I needed a sneaker to hold up in terms of comfort, looks, all of the things you're trying to think of when taking away a shoe. I wasn't banking on wearing these as much. This is the only shoe I've worn here. And it's mad because the Unearthed was the shoe I traveled in to get here. You would think it would have been the other way around, but no, that's how I'm rolling, like Greg's. Yes, this is the sneaker I've worn all throughout being here, not let me down. I haven't done as many steps as Romania as a whole, just because we're driving most places and it's not really a city trip like Bucharest, you know, where you have to walk everywhere, public transport. This sneaker still has not let me down. So I love it. I absolutely love it. For me, I don't think you can get better in terms of one, looks, comfort, and the whole balance of that ratio. You know, sometimes they're too comfy and they don't look that good. Sometimes they look good, but they're not that comfy. Sizing, how do they fit? Yes, true to size. They're all good. I am narrow-footed, like a lot of you know on this channel. And as you can see from the toe box, not a problem in terms of, you know, wide-footed people. However, though, I don't know if you can risk going true to size being wide-footed. Maybe half a size up, I think you'd be all good there. And it is cozy where it needs to be, but it's also giving you enough room where it needs to as well, like the toe box area. The mid panels sort of keep your feet intact, so you've got that support, that sort of lockdown feeling without being too restrictive. So yeah, normal footed, I'd say true to size. If you are wide-footed, you might need to go half a size up. Okay, in terms of the materials, it's pretty much what it says on the tin. A mesh runner, you know, mostly mesh, pretty breathable, but at the same time holds its structure because the overlays are cool. This particular colorway, the metallic plum, has those metallic hits with the silver. Of course, the ASICS branding in that sort of coffee colorway, I want to say, with the hits of black. Cream on the mesh though, which is what stands out to me. Like my missus has a pair, I think the white midnights or white navy, something like that. I bought them for her birthday. Absolutely love those. She loves them too, but they're white on the underlays. And although the mesh looks clean, for me, the cream on a colorway like this just tips it. You know, it just looks so much better. They all look similar. Like a lot of the sort of silvery Gel-Kayano 14s, they do, they sort of gel into one, if you know what I mean. Excuse the pun, that was terrible. But this colorway though, as a GR, very clean, possibly the best colorway, or one of the best at least, to this silhouette, which is why I paid resale. Ankle color wise, very cushioned, very supportive, you know, not too suffocating as well, which is what I like. Yes, you got the gel branding towards the heel counter in that sort of silvery metallic panel. And in the midsole is where I feel this sneaker really shines because you got the gel technology. Again, what ASICS are very much known for with their comfort. The gel pods do have that exposed look on the midsole, which is cool. And then the outsole, very generic, but you got that sort of plastic plate in the middle that sort of stabilizes your feet, add in the support, add in the comfort. Right, so retailing at around 155 quid, 165, depending on the colorway, depending on where you get these from. Are these broskies a buy or a buy? Now, as much as I am a Nike fanboy, an Air Max fanboy at that, I can't deny how much I love this shoe. And a lot of people do follow me strictly for Air Max stuff, Nike stuff, Jordan stuff as of recent. Sometimes some New Balance creep in there too. This sneaker, it does something to me. Now, a lot of people have said this is the most worn sneaker over the past like 18 months or year. Even for me, the past like 4 or 5 months, even if I don't want to, I'm like, do you know what? It's a wearable shoe. You can wear it with baggies, you know, combats, like all sorts of stuff. And the colorway again is a versatile one. So you do sort of leave shoes by the door. And it's weird because this sneaker is nowhere near by the door because I want to look after it, but I still go for it. Like I still wear it the most, which is mad. What I don't like about it though, could be the retail price. But to be fair, on the other hand, I can't complain too much because you got the likes of Air Max 95s, £175, Jordan 3s like 200, 210, Jordan 4s, yeah. All of them are like nowhere near when it comes to comfort, but I guess that's not what you're going for with Jordans. But look, most of us are in an era where comfort comes first, and this is the sneaker you have to, bro. You have to consider. Like, this is an urgent message to all sneakerheads. Pretty sure you've tried this sneaker by now, or tried them on, or thought about getting them. Just get them. Because I tried the hardest to say, no, they're ASICS, they're this, they're that, they don't look cool. But bro, they do. Like, we make the sneakers look cool. Sneakers don't make us look cool. Remember that. Always remember that. If you can get these on sale as well, no matter the colorway, go for them. You can have these as a beater, a gym shoe, a sneaker to sort of wear casually smart, I guess. Not the smartest sneaker, but casual, you know, smart casual. You can defo get away with this. Gel-Kayano 14, I cannot say any more good things about this shoe that hasn't already been said by the community, by other content creators, by other sneakerheads, by myself. My most worn shoe by a mile. And I'm not just saying that figuratively, I'm saying that literally. The amount of steps I've done in this shoe is mad. Call me Irk Farah, bruh, because I'm walking long distances. So yeah, broskies, you know where I'm going with this one. It is an absolute buy. But let me know what your thoughts are about the Gel-Kayano 14s down below. Is it a sneaker you've got in the collection? Are you looking to get a pair in the future? Or are you just waiting for a sale, a cheeky discount on a certain colorway? Let me know down below. Right, broskies, I do hope this video looks all good because this is the second time recording this video. Tried to record the other day, and because the frequencies in terms of electricals are different over here, it had a weird banding effect, and I didn't change the settings, me not thinking. Anyways, that's enough of me waffling. Man, I've had so much baklava, I'm starting to look like one. Like, look at me. It's mental. Please be patient. We've got a lot more content coming soon. I want to do some different types of videos, you know, day in a life with a certain shoe or week in a life, just wearing a shoe non-stop. We've got some good things planned. I needed to clear my head, just go away. I felt a bit burnt out. Now though, I'm recharged, bruh. Duracell up in her. Anyways, broskies, like, comment, share. And yes, until the next episode, take care. Broski. Oh.